Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. It is me, it's Desai, and I am joined here not by the familiar faces of my channel, but rather by my entire family. Say hey, guys.
Hey!
Howdy.
How about an introduction? I mean,
Yeah,
I did.
that's a
I
great
did say,
introduction right there.
I did ask for you to say hi, but I meant more like, what should we call you? Who is who and who is what?
You can call me whatever you. I don't care.
I'll be Chi-Chi.
You can call me Rocky Top, or you can call me Big Daddy.
I'm not calling you Big Daddy.
You guys are bad at this.
What'd you say?
Y'all are bad at this.
Gee, it's my second time. Cut me some slack.
It's your second time. You've been here before, silly goober. Anyways, yeah, so these
Hello.
two, if my mouse is on screen, I actually don't know if it is. I'm joined here by my mom, my dad, and my brother. So, very different podcasts.
Again.
I'm gonna put all my faith and my parents won't expose me for any of my cringe moments.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
We'll
So,
see
yeah,
how you treat us.
Go, you're not necessarily new to the channel, but, well, neither is mom. So, Dad, why don't you describe yourself in 4 words or less?
4 words or less.
Yeah, that already said.
All right. Preacher, husband, father, Tennessee Vol fan.
I think that was 6 words, but okay.
It was, but it was 4 things.
That's not what I.
That's
Whatever.
good enough.
All right, go. Your turn. Describe yourself in 4 words or less.
4 words less. Okay, let's see. Brother. That's a simple one. I should go for something more unique. Chaotic, clumsy, and I already did 3 words.
Those are
I would
good
say
words.
horrible at improv, but that's 6 or 7 words.
Man, you
You're
and
a math hater, Sam.
like father, like son. You can't count.
Oh, that's strike 1 before the cringe moments come out.
Math, okay? Cut us some slack.
All right, and I would ask mom, but this whole time she's been preparing, so it'd be funny to skip her. So, what do y'all have in mind tonight? What do y'all want to talk about?
I want my time in the sun.
All right.
You go ahead, Mom.
I have the perfect 4 words to describe myself in this family. Reader, not a gamer.
That is perfect.
Oh,
and that is 4 words.
You got it. That just about summarizes mom.
But I didn't have time to think about it, so.
But you have the video of you playing Fridays at Freddy's or whatever.
Fridays
yeah, I
at
think
Freddy's.
that video brings my point home, actually.
That's so correct, though.
Oh, man. They're not all videos, but we have some streams of you doing pretty okay.
Pretty okay. What a glowing recommendation.
Okay.
Hey, for someone who's literally never touched a controller before, you did pretty good.
That is true.
I think it's funny because you used to say, go over here or grab that control or, grab that thing on the game or something. And you finally figured out that you need to tell me which button to push. Don't tell me to grab something. Just tell me what to push. And then I did pretty good.
Didn't you get killed by a spider?
Yeah, that was Sam's fault.
This is in reference to the
not my
Minecraft
fault.
stream, which the Minecraft stream is not up on YouTube, and it's not even on the current channel I stream on, twitch.tv/justasiah. It's on
Probably never be on YouTube.
Self-plug. Yeah, no, it's not going to go on YouTube. It's not long enough and not funny enough and too low quality.
Oh, it's funny enough.
Well, it's funny, but it's not. I wouldn't put it on there.
It's chaotic.
Oh, well, yeah, but that's not why.
Yeah, I was just giving you an excuse.
Well, it wasn't a good excuse. I already gave
the first excuse
3.
that came to my mind.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's get into it. So, what have y'all been up to? What has life been for you for the past
Hectic.
16 years?
I
Oh, the
was
whole
thinking
year.
about something I wanted to talk about. Can we talk about it?
Go ahead.
Sure.
I think we should rate chicken chains.
Okay.
Chicken tier list time.
This is close to an idea that Eli and I had, where we would, or not Eli, it was Chandler and I rather, where we would rank fast food restaurants. So that'll be a good start. Is
I say, of
Yeah.
course, the number one spot is Chick-fil-A.
Agreed. Without hesitation. 100%.
I don't know. I'd eat a box of Publix chicken over Chick-fil-A any day.
I was about to say, do we count Publix chicken as a
It's
chicken?
not a
chain?
chicken chain.
It's not a chicken chain. That is
It
true.
is by far the superior chicken available in fast
Nah,
formats.
no. It's not superior to the Chick-fil-A sandwich. No, it's not.
I think Chick-fil-A is the best personally, and I think Publix chicken would be like second on the list for
It would
first.
not. It
year.
might be best bone-in chicken, but best chicken. That's
If
Oh,
for
yeah, best bone
context,
chicken.
Dad
Publix.
doesn't like having bones in his chicken.
yeah, I do. I like bone-in
No,
chicken sometimes.
You
No, he
say
doesn't.
you don't like bones in your chicken because you can't eat it as fast with the bones in it. I've heard you say that.
I don't want that really out there on the podcast.
Too late.
And besides that,
Ew.
there's some things I could say about you that you wouldn't want to be out on the podcast.
Oh,
Hey, what did I say literally right before this podcast? No family drama.
this is gonna be a fun one.
This will never air because your mother's already become cringeworthy.
Oh yes, it
I
will.
literally said no family conflict.
Anyways, Popeyes.
Arby's
Popeyes.
is last.
Arby's is
Arby's
not a
is
chicken
last.
chain.
That's true.
Does Arby's even have chicken?
I
Yes.
was going
Chicken
to say
tenders.
Arby's is even a restaurant.
Arby's has chicken. Arby's is a restaurant. They have
Arby's is
delicious
medication you
roast
take if you have a tapeworm.
No, sirree. They have gotten themselves some good roast beef. They have the meats.
Brother, pal, friend of mine, you'll go out of your way for crystals.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
I think he's just discredited your fast food taste.
No, I
yeah,
think we
no,
should let the listeners decide. Those who say Crystals is a good restaurant, let me know. Maybe
for
we can all
them.
meet up.
Yeah, if anyone in the comments thinks that Crystals is a good restaurant, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
No,
You're
no, they're
right.
not.
Jackson, or I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, Josiah, whoever you are.
I don't care what you call me.
I got a couple other names if you don't stop. Anyway, the people who speak well of Crystals in the bottom, perhaps we could meet up and have a delicious meal because my family will not partake of the delight of Crystal.
I mean,
You
I
know-
would if he would let me.
We won't eat grease patties. I'm sorry.
You ate McDonald's? What's that?
Not made of grease. I mean, there's grease in it, but it's not just pure grease in a cylinder shape.
Okay,
What
I
is
have
it?
a question. I have a question here. Has anyone even been to Church's Chicken?
Yes.
Like, ever?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have ever been there.
I took a guy there, but I don't know if I think I've eaten it before. I can't remember.
My problem is the best chicken chains have gone out of business. Mrs. Winters, Lee's Chicken, they were really good, and then they've disappeared off the face of the planet. We're stuck with like Popeyes and Bojangles, which aren't bad, but they're not, wonderful either.
Have y'all ever had Cane's?
I don't think I
Cane's?
heard of Cane's.
Yeah, Cane's chicken.
Where
Never
is
heard
it?
of it.
There's one in Oh, I can't remember the name
Pulaski?
of the town now. No, it's not in
Not
Pulaski.
Pulaski.
It's where that bookstore is.
Cowan?
No, not Cowan. Where we went and helped, the people with setting their bookstore up.
Oh, near Christian Publishers?
Yeah.
That's Murfreesboro.
No,
No,
there's one
that's
in
No.
Rivergate.
that's in Madison.
That's 30 minutes from here. Yeah, there was one down there. I've never had it, but people say it's good.
Well, I think we need to try it after church one day.
Mayhaps.
You know one place that can be hit and miss with chicken places? KFC.
KFC.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Rat. I'm not a big fan of it.
Rat. Yeah, Kentucky Fried Rat, my favorite.
I don't
I think
know.
if you go in the restaurant and order a couple of pieces of chicken in a meal, then the chicken's really good. But if you order a bucket of the chicken, it's like swimming in grease. It's like soggy with grease.
Grease
It's
is
like
what makes
White
it
House,
good.
White Castle. Not
Eat
White
your
House. It's like White
grease.
Castle.
Don't even bring up White Castle.
Hey, I take. What about Zaxby's?
Zaxby's is okay.
This is all right.
I just
It's just
remember
okay.
eating there like bi-weekly when we lived in Charlotte area, and now I'm kind of just tired of it.
You've been tired with it for what, 5+ years now?
More than that,
That's why I said plus.
more like 9 years.
Sam covering his bases.
Yeah.
For the
Just in,
record,
just in case.
I
If you
sure
were-
hope there's no mass murderers looking for us because we've already identified our names and where we've lived and where we're at.
no, we haven't said where we live.
No, but where we have lived, and we've said we're 30-something minutes from someplace.
Are you saying all our security questions are used up?
Brother can edit them out if he wanted to, though.
I'm pretty sure we're fine.
Actually, those weren't any of my security questions, so it's okay.
Your
Jokes on
security,
us.
yeah.
You
And
ever think about how hard those security questions are? Some of them are like, what was the name of your first girlfriend? Or where'd you go for your honeymoon? It's like, some people don't have those. Like when I was answering, it was like, I'd only answer one. It was like the first pet name. And then the other one I chose was the name of your boss. I was like, I guess Lance, because I'm getting hired today. But it was, I don't like, that's kind of situational. Some people can't answer those.
That's true. Or don't remember.
Yeah.
And just because a person may prefer chicken that's not bone in does not always indicate they're lazy.
No one said that.
Oh, I was maybe feeling guilty.
Okay.
That's defending himself.
Bro's fighting the ghost of 10 minutes ago.
I like bone-in chicken, but I prefer not to have it because it slows me down. And your mother made fun of me over it.
That was
Yes, she
like
did.
forever ago. That was at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, I just thought we were making up stuff as we went.
I thought we moved on to security questions, which is a dangerous place to move on to, actually.
Yeah.
What's
So,
your favorite Lego game?
I think I'm the only one who can answer this, and even I don't really care.
Dad can answer it.
That's
I-
fair, Dad can.
I like Pirates of the Caribbean and I like Star Wars, but I probably played Harry Potter the most with you boys when you were little.
Like, really little.
I don't know if you and I ever played it. I think it was just you and Gogo.
Well, me and you played a lot of stuff.
I played with Brother once or twice.
Me and Jackson, you and I used to play it all the time.
Not Harry Potter. We did Star Wars.
It was just Star Wars a lot. Because you'd get mad because I didn't know how to do a certain thing.
And then I moved on to Minecraft, and you gave up trying.
I couldn't figure out Minecraft. I'm like, why are we digging holes?
Dad, you know for a 100% fact that the moment you get convinced by Brother to play a game, he's gonna make it Minecraft.
Well,
We
there's
gotta do that. We gotta do a father plays at some point, because we've done 4 mother plays and not a single father plays.
Well,
There'll be one day,
Oh, it will be one day.
eventually.
One day it'll happen.
how much do you get paid to do
Uh,
You'll get a hug, maybe.
it? When
It's a
the currency is negotiable
It's
and
a
it's even a
negotiable
hug.
price.
Well, I did say maybe. In the awkward silence.
Do you like
Yeah.
smooth or crunchy peanut butter?
Good
It
question.
depends on what I'm eating with it. If it's a sandwich, I think I prefer crunchy. But if it's like I'm using it as like a dip for apples, then smooth.
What
I
about
don't
you?
think I know the difference.
What about you, wife?
Well, I'm more of a creamy gal, but I do like a good crunchy peanut butter once in a while. And if you eat Reese cups, they sometimes have a little piece of peanut in there, and I really like that. So that's kind of like crunchy peanut butter, right?
I mean, kind of.
I'll allow it.
I'd say that counts.
I'll
I'm
allow
not
it.
really a peanut butter snob. It's all pretty good. So
I literally don't think I never tasted a difference.
Well,
I'm
what are
always
you?
like, peanut butter is peanut butter.
What are you a snob at then? If you're not a peanut butter snob,
Everyone's got something.
that's $1 million question right there.
Railway stuff.
Yeah. I can say one
I'll
wrong
get
thing
back
about
to
a
you.
train and get his goat going. He gets so mad so easily when you misgender trains or whatever you do with them.
Misgender?
Yep.
I don't think it's. I think you miss.
Misidentify.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Now, what's the difference?
Not.
Nah.
There's a big difference, actually.
I jest. But I'll like there'll be like a steam train. I'll be like, "This is a real looking diesel," and he'll get all mad at me. It's kind of funny.
What are you a snob about, JD?
This is kind of an odd one. Driving. I
You
got
get
that
it
from you.
honestly
Oh,
from
great.
someone else.
I do. I'll admit, I'm not like a perfect driver or anything, but when people go out of their way to drive stupid, that gets my goat.
The other day when I was driving to church, it was raining, and I got behind this woman, and when sometimes you get to an intersection and you're turning right, and there'll be a right green arrow. The green arrow is there, and she sat there, and I beeped at her long enough for me to beep at her, and then the people behind me started beeping at her, and finally she started going. Well, then I stayed behind her, and there was this construction, and she was going to turn left, and instead of getting in the left turn lane, she just sat there in my lane. And all these people behind me were backed up because she couldn't get in the turn lane to turn left. I was so irritated, and then I had a little bit of road rage, but I didn't do anything to her except honk my horn once.
To all fellow citizens, please know that is not the family's criteria. That is just the certain ones who become angry and act in a way that we don't always approve of.
Yeah, you see, the difference is mom and I care for road safety. Meanwhile, dad will be driving 35
All right,
in the middle of town with his seatbelt off, putting it on.
I still can't drive yet.
First of all,
I cannot relate to this conversation.
First of all, that is getting too much information out.
No,
Second,
it's not. It's fine.
you want me to start? You want me to start throwing shade? We'll start throwing shade. I'll throw down.
Don't
Like
you dare start throwing
Well,
shade,
look, I'm
Dad.
just giving if there's ever a friend that you have that's driving behind you and they see you start like swerving between 4 lanes and they're wondering what you're doing, I'm just answering for them right now. He's putting his seatbelt on. Is what he's doing.
I don't do that.
They're 100% watching this very podcast while driving.
I'm joking. Admittedly, Dad is a really good driver.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
You're all good drivers, and then there's me who can't even get behind the wheel without panicking.
Because
I think we're going to have to take a family vote if this will even be uploaded.
Oh, it's gonna be uploaded.
No, I don't think so.
I gotta get something out, Chief.
No,
Did you upload like yesterday though?
I want everything that I said edited out. You don't have my permission to use it. It's all trademarked.
It's not trademarked. You can't just say trademark.
Trademark copyrighted 2023 Mike Richardson
No.
Incorporated.
Incorporated? LLC.
License pending.
If it's pending, it doesn't. You can't.
No, it's
trademark.
hard counts. It's too late.
Nope.
Too late.
For the
Okay,
record,
subject change. Subject
okay.
change.
This is stupid.
Lawsuit.
I'm putting your voice on the internet anyway. Sue me. You're my son. I'm your son.
I'm not your son.
You're my son, huh?
Yeah. That was a Freudian.
Uh-huh.
Anyways,
Alright,
are
well,
there-
what's the subject change?
okay, let's talk about inside jokes because we talk about that a lot, but now that I'm with people that aren't my friends who share the inside jokes, it's gonna be more fun because there's more.
Does this family even have inside jokes? Oh yeah, wait, what? Duh.
Well, wait, what is kind of, yeah, that's an inside joke.
Or you're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Why
What's
don't-
wrong?
Why don't you guys tell that story?
Okay, so I just recently got my Switch, I think, and I didn't have like a card or something that I needed, like a memory card, and so me and Dad go to the GameStop store. We get one, and I'm like super excited. I'm telling Mom, brother's in the room. I fling my hands up and I drop the card, and then we lost it. And so
No,
brother's
correction.
just like,
Correction. Let me correct something. He didn't drop the card. He flung his hand so hard that he threw
Threw
the
it.
card at the wall and had it land behind the 2-ton dresser.
We couldn't find it.
so then brother starts digging around for it, and he's like, this is a reason why I don't let you touch my stuff. Like a 99.9% reason percent of the time. I can't remember the exact words. This is why I don't let you borrow my stuff. And then I'm like, what's the other 0.1%? And my brother's just like, your hands are always greasy. And I knew that if I retorted with anything, it'll come into a big fight. So I'm just like, well, you're not wrong. And then for some reason, Mom found that hilarious. Dad comes in, he finds it hilarious, and now it's an inside joke. There, I told the story in probably less than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It was funny.
It was not as funny at the time because I think I was mad that I had to dig around the 2-ton dresser to look
Yeah.
for this tiny little SD card.
You, Jackson, you were very irritated and you were like fussing at him and you said, there's 1,000 reasons why I don't let you borrow my stuff.
That's
and
it.
This is 999 of them. That's how it went. And Sam said, well, what's the last one? And without missing a beat, you said, your hands are always greasy. And it was just so funny. And then you couldn't stay mad because it was so funny.
I mean, yeah, I get. I think
Well,
what made
you're
it more
not
funny
wrong.
was. I think what made it more funny is how hard you were laughing at it because it wasn't that funny to me. It was just Goten trying to like give up basically, and then you started just bawling, and it was funny all of a sudden.
It was funny.
Now it's an inside joke.
Yeah. So now whenever we call Go-Go out on something, we always say, "Well, you're not wrong."
Yeah. That's what happens.
Yep. What about you, Dad? Do you have any inside jokes that you think are worthy of being shared on the internet?
Worthy? Yes. Acceptable? No.
We don't mind either.
What inside jokes do we all have? Let me,
I have wait what and well you're not wrong.
Do you and Gracie have any inside jokes, Go-Go?
No. Do you think we're complex enough of a friendship to have inside jokes?
I mean, I have inside jokes with most of my friends, and it's not like we're that complex either. You watch our streams, you know how stupid we are.
I don't really watch them as much as I do just listen to them,
Well, even
to be
still.
honest. Right. The answer is no.
Okay.
We
What
do
about
not.
you, Mom? Do you have any good, funny inside jokes?
Well, it's
With your
hard to
church
think of
friends?
any right off the top of my head because usually they're situational, and it comes to mind when it's relevant. It's hard to just come up with one.
What
You
about
know-
the church mom group? There has to be at least one there. Like with those personality circle test things, there has to be at least one joke from that.
The Enneagram.
Stop.
Who'd you call an idiot?
She didn't call anyone an idiot.
Yeah, honey, did you ever take that Enneagram test?
I don't take idiot gram tests.
I just wanted to know what your personality type is.
Because that's how that works, apparently.
Yeah, next up is Zodiacs.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Please don't ever, to be honest.
Okay.
Awkward silence again.
Pisces, by the way. Anyways.
Yeah, the Pisces
Tell
as
us
well.
about Pisces, JD.
Uh,
What's your characteristics?
well, okay. Personally, I think zodiac signs are stupid. I'll just say it.
Yeah, I do too. They don't have
Agreed.
no value.
However,
100%.
I will say it's kind of weird that the description for a Pisces is also just me.
Socially awkward. That
Socially
don't like to go
awkward.
outside.
Yeah, socially awkward, likes music. Just, yeah.
It's weird because I'm a Pisces and I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of an ambivert. So
Yeah,
it's
see,
like,
the difference is my brother is also a Pisces, but he can talk to people and he hates music, so it's completely separate
music.
sides of the spectrum.
I like music.
Like what?
I listen to it.
That's a great example of music.
That's the first example that came to my mind.
That's my
Okay.
favorite band.
But
I
you know,
like,
the thing about
I think mom
thing-
laughed, but she has noise suppression on, so we didn't hear it.
She did laugh. I heard her from the other room.
Okay.
I could hear it from in here. How do you have noise suppression on?
I don't know.
It's a little squiggly with like a line by it in your Discord.
Somebody else must have pushed that button.
No, it's on by
Um,
default, I think.
Oh, okay. But I think that the horoscope things are just vague enough that you can work your personality into any of them, you know?
I guess.
That's the problem.
It's funny though, because sometimes like I'll see TikTok compilations and it's like, if this is your zodiac sign, you are a fan of caramel or whatever. And then it's like it lists like 8 of the 12. It's like, well, you just narrowed it down to just about everybody. Good job.
Well, everybody likes caramel. I mean,
Well, I
come
know.
on.
It's just funny how even people who are obsessed with zodiacs don't really take effort into. They're just like they blindfold themselves and throw 8 darts at a wall, and it's like that's the closest.
If you like bacon, you are a Scorpio. Everyone. Well, I guess I'm a Scorpio now.
Because I'm a scorpion.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just be a Scorpion. It's not that hard.
Anyways, I want to get back to inside jokes because we've been on zodiacs for too long.
Okay.
There's
Is
one.
there any other
that-
inside jokes?
There's one that E and I started recently where we've been talking to our FBI guy. And it's funny because it's a one side. We ask him like one-sided questions. Like we'll just ask him, "Hey FBI guy, are you a fan of cheddar cheese?" Or like the dumbest questions ever. It's like, "Hey FBI guy, do you watch my videos?" And
Is the FBI guy on your side or is he stalking you?
we don't know. He's the FBI guy.
Oh.
He's
You
just this.
know.
He's just
He
this
sounds
ever
dangerous.
looming presence that we know is there, and we ask questions to, but we don't expect an answer.
Oh, look at the time. Just 1 second. 1 second. This portion of the podcast is brought to you by Spampton G. Spampton, where you take that money to make that money to help me make money. Spampton G. Spampton.
That was not scripted. I don't know where that came from.
Brother, this whole video isn't scripted. What are you talking about?
Well, I know. The point is to not be scripted, but that was so out of pocket. I'm almost surprised it happened.
There's a first time for everything.
It was a
You feel
psychological
dazed, you feel
flashbang, is
dazed
what
and
it was.
confused now.
Huh?
For those of you who don't know, Spampton G. Spampton is one of my editors.
Exactly.
Except these videos are barely edited.
I don't think they are edited.
He's busy doing other things. The guy, give him a break. He's a busy man.
I think Spampton's a little shady.
It's kind of bad
Oh,
timing
no,
we brought
he's
that
a
up
big
because of
shot.
the Toby Fox incident that's been going on, but
Oh no.
yeah, I won't talk about it right now. But
What happened with Toby Fox?
I just said I won't talk about it right now, so
Why not?
because
It's dangerous to talk
we are
on the
not
internet.
a political podcast, all right. We don't touch the law. We're
I
funny.
didn't realize Toby Fox was a political figure.
He's not.
He's got in trouble or something. So we'll just go from there. How
Let's
about
promote Dad's YouTube channel.
no? I'll tell you what we
Yes,
can do.
everyone go subscribe to Mike Richardson on YouTube if you're a Christian. Uploads
Exactly.
weekly videos
Even if
of
you're not a
his
Christian, do it.
sermons. Even if you're not a Christian, do it. True. If you're not a Christian, go check him out. If I remember, I'll put a link to his channel in the description.
Of the video.
Oh, no. After we've talked about each other, I really don't think that we might need to edit that part out.
Nope.
Don't you think, Mary?
Well, we're real people too, you know.
Yeah, but we're airing dirty laundry out here now.
You
What do you
know,
mean?
our
I'm literally
flaws,
promoting your
glory.
channel.
No, I'm talking
Oh
about the
my.
other stuff. Well, tell me
No, it's okay.
something.
I think you're worrying for no reason.
Well, I did have my shirt on. Let me think about it more.
Let me overthink about it.
Hold
Oh, wait, no,
on,
what
let
does
me
it say?
overthink this.
Yeah, hang on. Let me overthink this. That's it.
Well, Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo. What was the best Scooby Doo series?
The
Probably
one with
Where
the
Are
Harlem
You?
Globetrotters.
Huh?
The show they had the Harlem Globetrotters on.
I don't know which one that is.
Don't look at me.
Well, we're all in different rooms. We can't look at each other.
What would you say the best Scooby Doo series is, Mom?
Well, you know, I grew up watching the original, and I have to say, I'm a conservative kind of gal. I like the old fashioned stuff, and I like the original one. Although watching it as an adult is a lot different than watching it as a kid, because there's a lot of references that I didn't get back then.
Okay.
Really?
So you're a Where Are You person then?
Yes, I suppose so.
Okay.
Are
I
you-
would
Go-Go,
start
what'd you
singing,
say?
but I don't want to get this video demonetized.
You're a
for
Scrappy
copyright
Doo guy,
stricken.
right? Demonetized. What were you going to sing?
I was gonna sing the theme of Scooby Doo.
Oh.
Where Are You?
That wouldn't get me demonetized. It get me copywritten. Very
I am
different.
not a Scrappy Doo person. I don't think a single person liked him.
You're a Scrappy Doo person.
No, I'm not.
Scrappy Doo found dead in Miami.
What?
Specifically Miami, or is it Cleveland?
Miami.
Okay.
You see, my brother has this bad habit of asking, is it really this place? And then names a random state, country, city, etc.
Well, I said Cleveland because it's Ohio. We all know what happens in Ohio.
We may have some friends joining in from Ohio, so we'll just change that subject.
Yeah, if you're from Ohio, good luck, but also hello. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Exactly.
Sam has a very strong love of geography rankings for some reason.
Yeah, he does. You know what else he has a really strong love for?
Trains? Legos?
Trying his very best to put Mickey Mouse in the MCU. Why don't you talk about that for a little
True.
bit? Because I'm kind of
That's true.
curious.
I've been subject to long diatribes about that, and
Yeah, I don't think Bob wants to hear me rant about it for the 400th time.
Oh, but I'm sure the people at home would love to.
Nah. I found a video on it on the internet. They could go watch that.
Do it again anyways.
No, I don't think I will.
Why is Mickey Mouse in the MCU?
Because it's Disney.
What's MCU?
You know full well, if there's the
Marvel.
multiverse and there's all of these infinite possibilities, you know at least one time they're gonna fall into a universe where Mickey Mouse is just rocking around with a magic paintbrush or something.
That's
I don't like the multiverse.
That's like an epic Mickey reference.
It was an epic Mickey reference.
Yeah, Mom's not a big fan of the multiverse, which
Me neither.
fine.
I can't figure it out.
It's because you haven't watched any of the movies.
Yeah, I have.
or
You went and
TV
watched.
shows.
You
for
went and
that
watched
matter.
Endgame with us, and then you stopped, and then the next movie you saw was. Oh no, you saw. Did you see No Way Home?
Yeah, so I saw.
You saw No Way Home, and he
all
watched
three
the first episode of
Spider-Mans.
Loki.
I saw all 3 Spider-Mans with you.
Okay.
That was the only thing about the only saving grace for the multiverse is we got to see 3 Spider-Mans. Other than that, that's all I
Now-
care about.
And you know what? We could get a friend from Athens and your mother to rank who they think are the best and cutest Spider-Mans, because that's what I heard them do one time.
Oh boy, that's
Did
a
you hear
story.
that
Shout out
Into
to
the
Teresa.
Universe is getting a sequel? Across the Spider-Verse is now a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not news. That's olds.
And we saw the Doctor Strange one in the theater too.
Oh yeah, we saw Mom. That's right.
We went into that. I love how I think me, Dad, and Mom went into that movie without even knowing what happened in the what's it called? What's WandaVision? We haven't seen that. We haven't watched that show. Brother has, and so we went in completely blind. And then she talked about like she took over this town or something, and I'm just sitting in the theater like, what did I miss? Is this important? Turns out it was only slightly important, but then you see the movie and then you know everything that happened in the show, so it's not important.
Well, we
Wanda-
saw Ant-Man recently.
WandaVision's a trip.
We saw the last Ant-Man. We saw a couple of Ant-Mans, but the last one we saw in the theater.
Quantum Mania.
Yeah. Quantumania was actually really good. People are hating on it for no reason.
Because they want to. They're Twitter people.
Yeah, take
Obviously.
that, Twitter people. You didn't like Ant-Man Quantumania.
Twitter people
Talking-
find anything to Twitter people find anything to complain about.
I'm talking about you, IGN. Speaking of which, IGN, if you're listening to this, hello.
Ciao.
Anyways, so
What other
Mom,
things we talked
Dad,
about?
how does it make you two feel knowing that this is going on the internet?
Nervous, concerned.
I'm guessing it won't change my life in any conceivable way, so I'm not too worried about it.
Probably not. Except now people will know that you think Tobey Maguire is hot.
Well, he's not my favorite Spider-Man.
Oh, who's your favorite? Oh, it's Andrew, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
She thinks he's a cutie
Tom
pie.
Holland.
Isn't that right, Larry?
You like the skater kid?
I think I like him because as an actual actor, he's closer to my age. It's hard to like the young ones because you feel like you're liking your son or something, you know? Ugh.
Toby's the oldest one. I don't think Andrew's that close to you.
He's 40-something, but Toby's older.
I think
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
within
really?
a decade of me, which is but see, Tobey Maguire, he just can't quite pull it off to me. You know?
Andrew Garfield is 39.
Yeah. So within a decade.
How old is Toby? Toby's 47.
Google time.
He's our age, Mary.
Yeah, Toby's younger than you.
Well, you know that's not the only qualification, right?
Well, I know.
How's it younger? He's our age.
Who said he was younger?
Brother.
Jackson.
Well,
He's making
40
a joke. He's calling you old.
Y'all are 48.
No, we're not.
You're about to be.
Yes, but he might beat us. When's his birthday?
It's like y'all want to round up so bad. I'm
I
not
don't
even
know when his
close to
birthday is.
48.
Mom is 53 years old.
That is a flat out lie.
That is 100% not true. I can confirm.
No, he can't. He's got no birth certificate. No evidence to back it up. I can say she's 53. I'm wrong, but I can say it.
Well,
Well, at least you admitted you're wrong.
Paradoxes. This sentence is a lie. Is that true or false? Mental flashbang.
What's that supposed to be? True or false? This sentence is a lie.
No,
Is
yeah,
that what?
this sentence is a lie. Is that true or false? Am I telling the truth or am I lying when I say the sentence is a lie?
it's kind of like that Schrodinger's cat. It's both true and a lie.
Yes.
Potentially true and potentially a lie. Based on what? There's no way to know.
Have you heard that one question where it's like one boat was built using wood, but it was like severely destroyed, and so they rebuilt the ship with different wood? Is it still the same ship? Not rebuilt, but like they replaced the wood that like floated away with new wood. Is it still the same ship? And if it isn't, where does it qualify to be a different ship? Have you heard of that question?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the same ship.
But where would it qualify to be changed?
If I went and I built another Titanic using different materials, it's not the Titanic, it is a copy of the Titanic.
But if you went onto the Titanic and replaced the wood a little bit at a time while standing on the ship, and eventually replaced all the wood on the ship, but you did it in pieces while standing on the ship, it would be still the same ship.
If you
I don't
did that
know,
on the
because-
Titanic, that would be pretty impressive, seeing it's at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
It's been rotting for over 100 years.
Well, that's the fun part of theoretical questions.
Well, let me ask you this then. Riddle me this, riddle me that. If Spider-Man was afraid of spiders, would he be scared of himself?
No,
He's not a spider.
he's not a spider.
He's just spider tangential. I can't think of the right word.
I think you made that up.
Quite
Do you
possible.
think he's a spider?
Huh?
Do you think he's a spider?
He is
Well-
in that one sense where if there's like that one comic or one movie, I don't know, I think it's a comic.
In the comic where he turns into a spider, he's obviously a spider. That's
In
the
like
point of the comic.
2099.
Ew, he turns into a spider?
No, he's not a spider, but like it's like a comic where they go in the future or something, and there's like a different Spider-Man. It's like 2099, and they have like extra like artificial. He's kind of like Doc Ock, but more spider-like.
Are you talking about the Iron Spider?
I think so. Yeah.
That's just in the MCU, my guy. That's just an actual
Oh.
suit he has.
Ew.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no,
why-
there's one comic where he is Spider-Man, like Spider Space Man, and he is a human-sized spider.
Well,
That's like Man-Bat.
I think that sometimes, like, if he does something, he should be able to use 8 arms.
I don't think
don't
so,
know.
because in one of those early Spider-Man movies where the little bristles came out on his skin so that he could climb up the wall and stuff, that really freaked me out a lot. That was gross. I don't
was
think I could
gross.
handle a real big spider.
Y'all think it's weird that Toby was the only one who didn't need web shooters?
I thought of that. That was weird because he made his own.
No,
Fun fact.
Toby didn't
fun
need web
fact.
shooters at all.
Fun fact: the original creators of the movie was originally gonna make him use web shooters, but then like the director vetoed it and gave him his own powers because they wanted Spider-Man to be like an actual superhero with actual superpowers.
Oh, and climbing walls and jumping up buildings and getting
It's a fun
hit
fact
by,
I heard.
getting hit
The
by a
ability to
literal
shoot spider
rhinoceros.
The ability to shoot spider webs is what really makes him spider-like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, if you take just his spider-related skills, it'd be climbing up buildings and shooting webs. So if you take the shooting webs away from the superhero part and then he just has to make his own, like with a attached thing, then doesn't that you're kind of like, well, why is he Spider-Man then?
Right? If they took away the I mean, like, if you here, let's change time real quick. Let's say we're in an Andrew Garfield timeline where he doesn't get the natural web shooty powers. He has to make his own web shooters if he wants web. But the only difference is he doesn't know that he was bit by a spider. All he knows is, hey, I can move fast, I'm flexible, and I can climb walls. Boom, Lizard Man is born. It's just
Right. What makes it spider related? It's
That's
the
one
web.
guy for literally if it was any other movie, since they're making their own webs and whatever, that one guy from Nebraska could become Spider-Man for all because he can make those webs specifically.
Huh?
If he's making his own web shooter things, if he's making his own, what's to stop anyone else from doing it? And so anyone in the world can become Spider-Man because they can make these artificial web things.
He's
Well,
got
yes.
a point.
Yes and no. Because you gotta remember, Spider-Man is genetically altered by the spider bite to be able to handle that. Do you think if you jumped off a building, shot a web, and pulled on it to get yourself back up in the air, do you think you wouldn't, like, pull your arms out of socket or anything?
Well, now I think we need to be careful delving too deep into the physics of all this because it never works.
Right, my mistake. I should just try it in real life and see if it works then, since physics don't apply if you're a superhero.
Are you a superhero?
No.
Well, then physics does apply.
Well, then why? If I just say I'm a superhero, then I'm a superhero, right? That's what Batman did.
Yeah, but Batman had a whole lot of money and could make fancy gadgets to, really he was kind of like Iron Man. He was a regular guy with a lot of technology.
Yeah, that's true. You ever think about how silly the Avengers lineup is? You have Thor, the what is he? He's Norse, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I think
the
so.
Norse god of lightning. And then you have Hulk, this gamma radiation beast who's never been hurt. Then you have like the perfectly altered soldier who's fought in wars. And then you just have girl with gun. Or guy with bow and arrow.
Guy with gun.
It's kind of a weird lineup when you think about it. And now it's even more strange because you have like altering time space wizard. You have a teenager with the ability to climb walls, and you have a guy who can shrink and grow at will.
Hmm.
Can you just like imagine he accidentally shrinks one day, but like that he was like camping out, and then he like accidentally clicked something, and he just shrinks, and he doesn't know he's like small until he wakes up, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm small."
If that's probably how people think the plot to Ant-Man actually is.
Do y'all know the movie that came out when Dad and I were young called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
I know
I've
of
heard
it.
of it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay. Next movie night is the stupidest movie in the world, but you will love it.
Didn't they make a sequel called Honey, I Blew Up the Children?
Yeah, but sequels are never good. Ignore the sequels.
Sequels
good.
can be good.
In what context were they blown up?
They blown up as in they grown.
That's what I thought. But also,
They were like taboo. I exploded into a million pieces.
honey,
Well,
I
that would be
gave the
funny.
kids a C4. That's terrible.
Honey,
Why?
I nucleated the kids. That's not
How
the
does
right
it
word.
always devolve back into movies? Every time
That's
we
the
start
only
this
thing we could
podcast,
talk
it gets
about.
back into movies. Okay.
What's your favorite book to film adaptation?
I don't care. I don't read enough.
That's a good question.
No, it's not.
Why
You
not?
asked it.
Because the moment Mom said that's a good question, I thought, oh wait, she's just gonna say Princess Bride.
Well, let me just say one thing. Almost inevitably, the book is better than the movie. Always. But I read the Princess Bride book, and the movie is definitely 10,000 times better than the book. So, that's my opinion.
Ought to be yours.
So it has to be Princess Bride is the best book to movie adaptation because it's the only one that had a better movie than book.
Hmm.
Well,
I'll take your word
you're
for it.
not wrong. Sorry, I had to do it at least one
Are
more
you-
time.
Are you gonna say Harry Potter go-go?
Yeah, probably. It's the only book series I actually read at least a handful of books. I have not read any of the Narnia books except Lion Witch the Wardrobe, like 7 years ago, I'm gonna say.
You see, here's the thing, right? Josiah, if you're watching this, I need to get you and my brother here on the podcast. Josiah is a Lord of the Rings fanatic, and he
Oh
does not
no.
like Harry Potter at all. I would
Don't
I
ever.
would
I
I
mean,
would
Lord of the
perform
Rings.
illegal activities to get you two into an argument on a podcast episode.
I mean,
That would be
Lord of the Rings is okay, but their movies are just too long, and that means their books are too long, and I can't sit there for like 9 hours of my life watching 3 films.
okay.
Ho.
So,
All right.
and now what?
What is one thing that you want to do before you die?
Travel places.
Like where?
Italy.
He wants to go to Italy. You want to go to Italy, JD?
Not really.
New York would be fun, I guess.
You don't like to travel too much, do you, JD?
I'm not a big travel guy.
You'd like to see places that just going that you don't like, right? Or you just don't like to travel, period.
It's more just like in general.
Mm-hmm.
Brother leaves the house for more than like 2 days and he gets sick. Like, without question.
That's not always true.
Like, 94% of the time, it's true.
94, huh?
Yeah. The rest of the percentage is like when you go hang out, like a sleepover with your friends,
Yeah,
maybe
true.
family. Now you go on vacation and you eat something and then you just get sick for like the rest of the trip.
Yeah, mom will feed me shellfish and my body rejects it. And she's like, well, why'd you get sick? It's like, I don't know, I ate shellfish again. What about you, Mom? What's something you want to do before you die?
I don't know. I always thought it would be fun to see the northern lights in real life. But I think they only come in the wintertime when it's really cold up north. So I don't know. But I think that would be cool. And I also really, and people think I'm crazy, but I think it would be neat to see a tornado in real life,
Oh,
which
you're
I have never
crazy.
done.
Like a
You're
twister?
crazy.
Okay.
Just be careful not to be sucked up to Oz, Mom.
I
will
don't
do
think
my
she needs
best.
to worry about that.
Has anyone ever noticed that Oz and Narnia are like almost the same place?
No, not really.
Because because both of them you get there in a very awkward way. You have these fantastical adventures with magic and evil villains you need to defeat, and then you go home in a strange way.
You know,
Or like a normal
the
way.
difference is though, you can tell the Wizard of Oz story as a nursery rhyme. You can't do that with Narnia.
You can tell it's a Christian story.
Yes. But that's not what I said.
Okay, well I tried.
Did y'all
That's
know
true.
that the wizard in Wizard of Oz was really kind of a bad guy?
How so?
Because he was faking everybody out. And I heard in a podcast one time that in the book that the movie's based on, the reason the Emerald City was so great and beautiful and emeraldy was because he forced everybody to wear sunglasses that made it look green. That it wasn't really that way, but he was trying to fake everybody out. And he said it was too bright for their eyes, so that they had to wear sunglasses, and he made the sunglasses make everything look green.
That sounds like a conspiracy, but okay.
I haven't read the book, but that's what I've heard.
I'll take your word for it. What about you, Dad? What's something you want to do before you die?
That's a great question. I don't know. I have to think about it. There's a lot of things I'd like to do. I'd like to teach a lot of people the truth, obviously. I'd like to,
You're a preacher.
yeah. I'd like to, I don't know. That's a good question. sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
It's okay.
It's like got things going through my weak brain. Have you? Well, never mind.
Okay. Well, yeah.
What about
Yeah.
you, JD?
I want to leave a mystery. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, I've heard
In
you
your
idle
will?
on that before.
Well, not even just that, just in general. I've talked about it before, mostly to Mom. But I want to before I die, I want to do something that make people think, wait, the guy that just died, he was the one who did the weird thing, right? And I don't mean like oh, I like started a fire in like the middle of the Pentagon or something like that. Like not like illegal or anything stupid. Like, oh, he threw 100 pencils into the school roof. I mean something that like hurts people's brains when they try and figure it out. Like write a whole book and then start redacting just entire chapters at a time.
Like the Carl story.
No, not like that.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's
Yeah.
I guess that's mine.
Pretty interesting.
That's interesting and vague, all wrapped into one.
Well, that's
like,
kind
did you
of the
leave
purpose
hints
of a
that-
mystery.
Would you like for the leave hints so like years later they could figure out the mystery or never figure it out?
I mean, if they can figure it out, kudos, but I'm not gonna feed
I
them.
gotta
They
help
gonna
them.
make this easy on them.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make it solvable, but I'm not gonna make it easy to solve.
But you need to make it where they would know if they truly solved it.
No, I don't.
I guess you don't.
I don't.
theory forever.
State the law that says I need to make it solvable.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Out of all the dumb laws I served, I don't think I've ever seen that one a law.
I don't think it's a law, so that's why. Anyways,
Speaking of dying, I think we're about to run out of time.
yeah, speaking of dying, I think our time is about to do so. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it
Yay.
up. Do you guys have anything you want to say? Anything you want to shout out, like your Facebook or whatever?
Mustard bottles can be really hard to open unless you just have the mystical power.
What?
All
right, follow-
that's my final
Follow
thought.
my brother
was-
on some social media at mustard bottles can be really hard to open unless you have the magical power, I guess.
No, I don't actually have one. Just clarifying. I don't want people to go surf. I don't want to be like, aha, and then everyone's gonna watch this video and they're gonna be like surfing the internet, like, well, I can't find it, like, because it's non-existent.
Yeah, don't actually do that. I don't know what he's talking about.
Late April Fools,
Okay.
I guess.
Mom, do you have anything you want to shout out?
No, just thank you for hanging with us this far if you have. So
All right, Dad, do you have anything you want to shout out? Except your YouTube channel. Make sure to go follow my dad at youtube.com/Mike Richardson.
It's the second one.
Oh, this is being recorded?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how I was uploading it to the internet.
Well, I'd have said more important things like follow It's Desire on Twitch or something.
Yeah, those are the plugs we like. All right. Now, before we
Unless
close,
they
do
did it
y'all,
or something.
before we close, do y'all have any words of wisdom you want to share?
I already said my words of wisdom. You ketchup or mustard bottles are really hard to open unless you have the magical power.
All right, Mom, you have any words of wisdom?
no, I've been cleaning house all day, so anything I come up with will be cleaning related and therefore boring. So
All right, fine. Dad, you got anything?
I had several Confucius quotes, but I don't think I better go there.
Okay,
raise your hand if you believe that.
I don't.
Would, but then no one would see it, so it's kind of redundant.
And homeless people might be onto something because they don't pay rent. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.